Hi, Alondra. How are you doing?
Hi, Megan. I'm really excited to be here.
Me too. I'm so excited to have you. For everyone that's joining us today, I'm Megan from Cherish Tours. Cherish Tours is a travel company for women. We're on a mission for women to travel with purpose. And I'm here today with Alondra Gómez, who is the general manager of Casa Cayuco, one of our local partners in Panama. Today, we're going to be talking a bit about sustainable travel and what it's like to visit Panama and just some of those amazing topics, so that if you're considering traveling to Panama or just more about what meaningful and sustainable travel looks like, you can learn about all of those things today from this about 30-minute live call. So first, I'll reintroduce myself, and then I'll allow Alondra to introduce herself as well. And then we'll dive into a few questions. And if you stick around to the very end, we have a promo code for the upcoming Cherish Tours trip that we have that will give you some money off to join us in October. So again, I'm Megan. I am the founder of Cherish Tours. We are in our 5th tour season this year. We take women all around the world to so many different places. And in October of this year, we are going to Panama. And our biggest mission is to support women. So we partner with women-led and locally owned businesses in order to help our tourism really have impact and meaning. And that's how I got introduced to Casa Cayuco and all of the amazing things that they're doing down in the Bocos del Toro area in Panama. So I'll turn it over to Alondra so that she can also introduce herself.
Okay, of course. Well, my name is Alondra. I'm original from Panama City. I'm the general manager of Casa Cayuco. So once you get and visit us, well, I'll be here. I'm running the operations. I'm so happy, well, to receive this type of groups because it makes you connect even deeper within yeah, the true meaning of traveling, I'd say, and connecting with women. It's always empowering. So I'm really excited to be working with Go Cherish.
We are so excited to bring people back to Panama again this year. And I think that's a great transition to ask my very first question. And if you're seeing me look over to the side, it's because I have my questions written down. But my very first question for you, Alondra, is can you share a little bit more about your background and what led you to join the Casa Cayuco team?
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, as I mentioned, I'm originally from Panama City. I've been in customer service for around, I'll say 15 years, but the last 9 years, including Casa Cayuco, has been just in hospitality. I studied abroad, and back then it's when I actually fell in love with traveling and connecting with other people and other cultures. So I became really passionate about that, and that led me to hospitality. But the way I was doing it, being very honest, I was truly disconnected from wellness, nature, and myself. And there was a moment in my life that I was like, I have to turn this a little bit to myself. So it's when I started looking what was the next step in my life. And the way I always describe it, it's Casa Cayuco found me. Because at that moment, I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue in hospitality because of the way I was doing it. But well, I actually found truly a home and a community here. So it is when I became, and I really like to share this, for me, the aha moment. It was when I was doing my interview a few years ago. I can't believe I'm saying this way. But when I was doing the interview with one of the owners, we get to Salt Creek. Salt Creek is the indigenous community we work with. And we were just walking around, and well, I was getting to understand the concept and the context where we were. And we got to it was like in a space where the next project that they had, it was to build a clinic there. And the way it was described, it was, we are looking for someone not just with hospitality experience, which is definitely valued, but someone who actually is passionate about giving back and who wants to join Casa Cayuco from the right place, because this is our heart. And in that moment, I just say it, and like I get emotional still, because for me, it was the moment where I said, I want to be part of this. This is something bigger than myself. So, yep, I would say
I
that's my summarized story.
Yeah, I think it's always hard to summarize our story into a couple of minutes. So I can understand where, you pick out the things you're most passionate about and what draws you to the thing that you're doing now. And I love to hear that you find home at Casa Cayuco because there's so much genuineness in the impact that they're doing that's bigger than just hosting people at a beautiful place. It's also supporting the local communities that they're in. And that's definitely why Cherish was attracted to Casa Cayuco in the first place as well, that there's so much more than just visiting a beautiful place. There's so much meaning behind travel that can be put into something when you choose the right places to go. It can be beautiful and meaningful.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. And so, can you talk a little bit more about the sustainability aspects of Casa Cayuco and what does it mean to you and Casa Cayuco in its actual practice?
Yeah, actually, I would say sustainability, it is our day to day. It's like we cannot disconnect from the concept. From the moment that you wake up and you open the tap to wash your face, that is rainwater that has been double filtered. So from there, you are starting right with the concept. We are functioning entirely on rainwater, and we also have we're running on solar energy. We have 48 solar panels that runs not just the lights, but the water pumps, the temperature control pantry that we have. So everything here, when you turn on one light, it's coming from the sun. And on a very gloomy days, we are also using clean energy from a propane generator. That also led us to the type of food we serve. We our cuisine is entirely plant-based, and we also serve fresh fish, but from the local fishermen. So for me, that is one of the most special parts of the day when they come in their little cayucos. The cayuco, it's a boat, and they just got to actually the dog that you're seeing there with their little cayucos, just selling us the fish that they have caught that day, and then we make fillet, and well, dinner is ready. So we also, what can I say? We also have the projects with the community as well. We are in a staff right now of 27. 25 of them comes from there every day. So actually, that's how the magic happens. And all our purchases, we do it in bulk to avoid having a lot of plastic containers, and we recycle as much as we can here. We also make our own compost. So we have like the different compost station, and we have yeah, shared that with the team. So we make our own yeah, the compost to put it into the garden. We have also one of our cabins, which is one of my favorites, that we have a compostable toilet that we also use it for the rest of our garden. So yeah, we have a, like, I would say it's our day to day.
Yeah, so many amazing environmental aspects and sustainability aspects that are integrated into the property. You also mentioned just now, and also when you did your introduction, a bit about the Salt Creek community that is involved in Casa Cayuco. And I would love to hear more about how you work with them and what they do on site for Casa Cayuco, what their roles are.
Okay. Um, Here in Panama, we have 5 indigenous groups. One of them are the Nobe people, and they are the yes, those. We have the biggest community around the area. It's the community of Salt Creek. It currently has a population of 1,200 people living there.
Wow.
And some of the projects, yes, a lot of people. Some of the projects that we have going on, as I mentioned, was the one that actually brought me here, that it was building the outpost. Right now, what we are currently doing, we are partnered with floating doctors. They are coming once a month to do prevention, education, and taking care of chronic illness as well. But our plan actually, we have not finished with that one yet, because our main goal is to have a full year-round medical attention running on that clinic. So right now, there is where we are. We still also have other projects like with the community expanding. We also have increased the amount of classroom that there are in the school. We have brought some water tanks for them. Also, they are using a very similar system for catching water than the one that we have here. So we have led some of those projects as well. And one of the ones that I also like, it's the boardwalk, because the community, it is not right on the beach. They are more like on the jungly side. But to connect the community with the beach path where Casa Cayuco is located, where you take your boats and you need to go through that boardwalk. So we also have built that access, not just for our team, but for everybody there coming to the beach as well. So those are a couple of the projects that we have right now.
Amazing. And do you have any staff at the hotel that are from the Salt Creek community?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. We definitely have. Everybody is from there.
Oh, amazing. So
Everybody is from there.
so you're not only supporting them through these incredible projects, but you're also giving them employment opportunities and helping the visitors to the hotel meet and interact with the local community as well.
Yes, correct, correct. I always, that is one of the tours that we like the most, because and every time that I'm explaining what Shell Creek is about, I always say it as that is how actually the magic happens. It's our back of the house tour, because you really get to connect with the beautiful place that you are, the delicious food you're eating, how everything is taken care of when you go to Shell Creek and you come back. I would say it gives you the full perspective of what actually you are experiencing.
Yeah, and I can speak from my own personal experience having visited both Casa Cayuco and the Salt Creek community that you do really get this incredible full picture experience, and you learn so much about the local community and how Casa Cayuco is supporting them, but also how they support the operations of Casa Cayuco. It's really an amazing full circle.
Yeah, it is. It is. And actually, you could see we have a very, I'll say, it is not just from the carpenters, but also from the kitchen team, the housekeeping team, the gardeners, like everybody come. For me, one of the things that I like the most is seeing them coming as a community to the hotel, and also them going back on the same way. It's like it is not divided. It's the sense of community, and they make you part of it. So I do think that's really special.
Yeah, incredibly special. And I think this is leading into the next question about how or why do you think that travel can be such a powerful way to create these connections and to make change in our world?
I think this is from my personal experience. Traveling is the best way to expand your horizons and admire other ways of living. And we were as we were talking before, I do think that also expands your sense of home. So you learn to be more comfortable in different scenarios that you probably would not be before. So I do think that's a key part. But what I do find very powerful is that when you connect with other people mind wise, like they are thinking and believing on the same things that you believe, you get to do amazing things. So we have had people that have fell in love the same way we have done with Salt Creek, and then they have not just helping us funding some of our projects, but also promoting what we are doing here. That is like, hey, you have to go to this little piece of paradise that they have in this very remote location in Panama. But actually, what you find once you got there, it's connecting with yourself, with the land, with the people in a very different way. So yeah, I definitely think that traveling, it's a powerful tool to impact and change, and we can tell that by all the different things that are going on right now in South Korea.
Yeah, I would definitely agree from my own personal experiences as well. Is I don't think that I would be the same person I am today without having traveled to so many different places and experienced different cultures and been able to learn from people who are, experiencing life on a different path than I am, but they're having this full, well-rounded, beautiful experience that is so awesome to learn from. And I think traveling to places with different cultures helps people learn about themselves, but also the world around them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree with you.
And it's such a beautiful experience. And for me personally, it's really incredible to watch it through other women's eyes because Cherish specializes in women's travel. So I'd love to know also from your perspective, Alondra, how have you seen women travelers be impacted by Casa Cayuco?
Well, we are starting from we are a management team of women. Ownership is also women led. So it I would say for me it's really powerful to see how when we women connect, actually we can change things. And you see it from the groups we're receiving. We receive more groups that are just women. We also have solo travelers. I'd say more of the solo travelers are women. We have also like families that are led by the women, and you notice it, and you notice it on how fast they get hands on projects. Like
Mm,
I'll say our superpower as women is actually connect really fast. We get to connect with what's going on. We get to connect with the land. We get to connect with the experience, and we make sure that the other people feel this way. So yeah, I'll say the initiatives that we have had has come from ideas that women have had once they are experiencing this. And having groups as both Cherish for us, it's really special because you get to see other perspective from the women point of view that definitely I'll say it increased the way and change the way that you are seeing things as well.
yeah, I think that's definitely, I would agree with you. Our superpower as women is definitely connection. And we can do so much in the world just by connecting with one another and creating communities. So
Yeah.
I love to hear that from someone who's living in an entirely different country than I am. It's just such a beautiful outlook on life.
Yeah, yeah. Creating community. I will say that that's the key word.
Yeah, agreed. And so my last question that I have written down that's about this sustainability topic and things like that is if you have any advice for travelers either coming to Casa Cayuco or in general about how to be a more mindful traveler.
Okay. I'll say, and this one is also that I said to myself when I travel, it's learning to not using your day-to-day and experience lenses and let experience things first through immersion. Like you first get immersed before you are trying to understand what's going on from your past experience. First, go and immerse, and then after you have had that experience, it's when your gifts and your experience can actually lead to real connection and impactful changes on where you are. But the I would say firsthand experience rather than go from the observant side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful advice. I think a lot of times online, people are finding tips about the quickest way to be more environmentally friendly, like bringing your own water bottle and things like that. But it's harder to find tips on how to be a meaningful and mindful traveler. So I think that the more people can hear it from women like us who are in the space and trying to shift travel towards a more immersive and meaningful perspective is incredible. So the piece
I
of advice that you're giving is great.
This picture that you just have there brings so many good memories to my heart. I'm just like I just saw it, I was like, yeah, that was powerful. That was powerful. Just be surrounded, be supported also with so many women sharing the same vision that melts my heart.
Yeah, that means so much to me as well. And for those who are looking at this photo, this is a photo of our last trip to Panama, and Alondra is standing there as well with
Yes.
me. And it's just a really incredible way of traveling to bring women from all different walks of life together. All of these women in this picture did not know each other prior to this trip, and they all took the leap of faith to go travel with strangers and have this incredible experience alongside Alondra in paradise in Casa Cayuco. So it just makes me really happy that she has fond memories of it and that we could create this space, and we'll be able to do it again this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And Alondra, just I'm gonna add this question because I know you can answer it. I think most people probably don't understand that this is a remote experience that's truly removing you from like any busy day-to-day life. Can you talk a little bit about like where Casa Cayuco actually is and like how people have to get there and what the remote feeling is like when you're actually out on the island?
Yes, I'll say we are very, very remote, but still, we are remote but still connected. In order to get through where we are located on Bastimentos Island, that is part of the archipelago, and we are located in the very far end point, very close to the Marine National Park, and a place named Punta Vieja. I was trying to translate that in my mind. I'm gonna say it in Spanish, Punta Vieja. There is where we are located. In order to get here, you have to take a local flight to the Boca Sound Airport, and from there we will pick you up. And we're gonna bring you into a 30 minutes beautiful boat ride through the Mangroves Channel. And well, then you get to Casa Cayuco. So it is, as you are seeing it there, it is the hotel. In front you have the ocean, and on the back you have the jungle. So yeah.
Yeah, and this photo I think perfectly encapsulates how remote it is. You can see that, right on the dock there, that's where you pull in, and then you can see slightly in the background the red roof, and that's basically Casa Cayuco, and there's almost nothing else around. So you
Yeah.
really have an experience that not only is immersive, but also helps you unplug a bit from your day-to-day life and feel like you are truly in an island paradise. And I love that about Casa Cayuco.
Yeah, I would say my favorite feeling, and even though it has been almost 3 years here, and I just had that moment yesterday. I was like, what day is today? And then I look, oh, okay, today is Wednesday. Because
Yeah.
I actually have to be very mindful of keeping track of the days, because if not, it is so beautiful and so remote and so separated for everything that is going on, that you actually are just connected with yourself, but you need the sense of time. So
Yes.
yeah, if you want to just go immerse into that, like this is the perfect place for that. I
Yes.
keep the days for everybody else. When people tell me like what day is today, I'm like, I'm doing it right. We're definitely doing it right.
Yeah, and that's such a privilege to be in that mindset instead of being in a hustle, keep track of everything all the time. It's 5 o'clock on this day, I get to leave work. You're in a mindset of when you're in and at Casa Cayuco, the travelers get to be in a mindset of what day is it? I can't
Yeah,
remember. I'm just here to have a good time and enjoy
yeah,
paradise.
yeah. That's correct. That's correct.
And Alondra, one last question for you before we do a little bit of wrap up. So now that everyone is very interested in traveling to Panama and coming to see Casa Cayuco, what would you say is the best time of year to go? Of course, I'm biased towards my trip, but I want to hear from your perspective as well.
Yeah, I like to say, and I do feel I'm biased too by the Caribbean, because I think that any time is a good time. But I agree towards the months of August, September, October. We have here what we call the second summer of Bocas, because here in Panama, usually summer season, it's from January to April. And then from August to October, we have a second summer. And the water gets so clear that it looks like a pool. And my favorite thing to do during that time frame is I just got my paddleboard during the evenings, and I get to paddle above the coral reefs. So I don't even need to go to the water to see everything that is happening below the paddleboard. So yeah, I'll say the second summer of Bocas del Toro is my favorite season, from August to October.
It's beautiful, and the water is so stunning out there. So
Yeah.
I can agree with you on that. And October is also biasedly one of my favorite times, and why we host the trip to um, Bocas at this time is because it's perfect weather. It is that second summer. It's a little bit hot, but not going to roast your skin off. And you also have the opportunity to potentially, fingers crossed, see baby turtles hatch, because that's the peak season around that time in
Yeah,
Panama.
yeah.
So it's a really magical experience.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Okay, so wrap up, just a couple of things. Thank you so much, Alondra, again, for making the time to talk with us and everyone who's listening about Panama and the sustainability approaches that you're doing to make a difference in the hospitality community. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to have all this women energy surrounding me in October.
Yes. And so for anyone who is interested in visiting Alondra with Cherish, our tour is in October. Today you can save well, we'll have the promo code available until July 10th. And so we'll have this promo code from the event. It's the promo code being event 250 that will save you $250 on our Panama trip. So our Panama trip is in October. It will go both to Panama City and to Bocas del Toro. So the dates are October 18th till 25th, and we handle all of the logistics for you. All you have to do is show up in Panama City, and we handle the rest. So if you're interested, please reach out to me and my team, and we'll be happy to help you set up your amazing experience in Panama, and you'll be able to meet Alondra in person in October.
Yeah, yeah, I can't wait.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And that's, I guess that's it. Awesome. Thanks so much. And we will talk to you again soon, Alondra.
Sure, sure. Okay, I'm just waiting for October to be.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.